everyone, to another episode of the world's greatest news and reviews.
Giving you opinions about nerd stuff is our superpower.
I'm Captain Mao.
I'm Hailstorm.
And I'm Weapon 2, folks. Welcome.
And thank you for joining us on this special viewer-requested video. So, as all of you guys probably know, there's some dark times are upon us, some bad shit's going down with the coronavirus and all that. And as such, lots of you guys are probably stuck at home, on the quarantines, and there's not a whole lot of stuff to do. But somebody on the Facebook page, I believe, suggested, hey, why don't we at the World's Greatest let you guys know what would be the best shows to binge watch while you are stuck at home. So as such, because we care about our viewers and we do what you guys want us to, we're going to give you our top 10 shows to binge watch on streaming services. Is that about right? Is that what we're doing?
That's perfect.
Great.
It was a
Nice
great
work.
idea.
That was a great idea. Whose idea? Do you remember whose idea was?
I don't
It was
remember
Dan
who-
Cowles.
Dan
Dan
Cowles.
Coles.
Top
Dan
fan.
Coles. Sorry,
Yeah.
I know it. I know how to say it. Dan Coles.
Coles? Like the
Yeah.
store? Nailed it.
Yes,
All right.
our Patreon subscriber. That's
AKA
great.
one of my
Nice.
3 favorite people in
Exactly.
the world. All right, so who wants to start? Who wants to go first?
Let's start over with Hailstorm.
You know what? Why not? So my number 10, and what I did for my top 10 is I made sure that they were still streaming right now. Did a mixture of different platforms because not everybody has all the platforms, and they're not all able to be shown with kids around. So you guys are gonna have to know your kids, know your audience, but I wanted in these dark times, for the most part, them to be uplifting and kind of fun.
I didn't think about that at all.
Good job.
played.
I didn't
Yeah,
either. But
I didn't
hey,
either, yeah.
I'm glad one of us did,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Good work.
When things go bad, I like to watch things that are comforting to me. So mine aren't all new also.
Okay.
Okay.
What you got?
So with that, number 10, Flight of the Conchords.
Nice.
Little old, but love it. And I laugh every time I watch it, and I've watched it many, many times. It's on Hulu and Amazon Plus or Amazon Prime, although I was told today that it's only on Hulu if you have HBO added on. That's beyond my capability.
So it would be on like HBO Now if you have it, or HBO Go if you have the.
You know more than I do.
Yeah.
But
if it's an HBO thing, then
we
it would
watched
be
it on Amazon Prime though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
Outstanding. All right, my number 10 thing to binge watch while you are stuck at home is Stranger Things.
Nice.
Stranger Things
Nice.
on the Netflixes. There's currently 3 seasons on there. It's an easy binge watch. There's only 8 episodes per season, but real quick, it is very, very engaging. It has a kind of like 80s Spielberg, Goonies kind of weird supernatural vibe. All these things mixed together. Great show, 80s nostalgia, done better than any other show and or movie, Wonder Woman 84 probably included. Great show to watch. That's my number 10.
All right, folks, mine's not in order, okay? This is just a list, okay? I can't say that I'm starting at the least favorite. Come on, man. This is what I'm doing. So what I'm saying, so the first one on my list, which is not the least.
Trying to make this a short video.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. So this is on the Netflix Umbrella Academy.
Yes.
It's a
Nice
show
one.
about like a kid super team being brought up into school, being trained to be superheroes. The thing about this season, it's only got 1 season out so far, is it keeps getting better and better as the season goes on. You start learning new and more fantastic things. Loved it. Watch it.
Nice. Good pick.
Good pick.
Hailstorms, number 9.
So this next one is a little something special from the Wayback Machine that I wanted to remind people is really good whether you're an adult or a kid. But it is one of those ones I feel like you can watch with younger kids, and that would be Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
It is on Netflix right now. I've loved it, have rewatched it as an adult, and it still makes me feel happy, and I love it.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
And you'll recognize some old names on that. There's some Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes. And who else is a big star that was in that?
Well, what's her
Wasn't
name?
George Clooney in there as a cowboy?
No.
What
I
the
think he
actual
was.
fuck-
Maybe he was.
George Clooney was in there. He was on
I
that
don't
show.
remember.
I almost guarantee it.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that, although I picture it, so I don't
Yeah,
know
there's
where
some
that's
big
coming
stars
from.
like that. I'm saying.
Natasha Leon, that later was on Orange is the New Black. She's in that as a little kid. Miss Yvonne, who some people who watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, she's on that as a much older, not as cute person. I can't remember her character's name. But yeah, good show.
Nice.
My number 9, older show, but one that I recently got into, and that is The Office, streaming right now on the Netflix.
Yep.
I'd never seen it before, so I actually did binge the entire thing, and this is one that you kind of put on in the background. It's like dumb office comedy sitcom type thing, but it is actually like better than I really thought it would be. It takes a little bit to get into, but once season 2, 3, 4 start rolling in, like it really hits its stride. John Krasinski is like pretty much the main. It's an ensemble cast, but he's like the big one. Obviously, Steve Carell.
Love him.
The show did drop off, I think, in quality when Steve Carell left the last 2 seasons. It's watchable still, but it's nowhere near as good. But the thing that makes the show, specifically the first few seasons, is the relationship between Jim and Pam. I secretly think that actress might have really been in love with John Krasinski because the way she looks at him, holy shit. Like, that is...
relationship goals.
Oh, my God. Like, if I could find someone to look at me the way Pam looks at Jim, like, you've succeeded. So, yeah. The Office, really, really funny show. Go ahead and watch it.
All right, my next one is You on Netflix.
Nice.
This is little couple seasons of starts out where you're starts out seemingly innocent. Then it goes into stalker mode. I'm not going to tell you where it goes other than people die. About the time you think season 1 got bad, season 2 gets even worse. And by the time season 2 ends, you think, I think this is settling down. No, they're setting up for season 3 to get crazy too. That's a good show. Watch it, folks.
No spoilers here, but the little thing they did at the end there, the little swerve. Holy shit, that was so clever.
You think, okay, that's just what everybody's been looking for. Everybody's going to settle down a little bit.
No.
Nope, not going to happen.
Okay, great. Hardcore Dexter vibes. Great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
Very good.
Hailstorms.
Number 8, Bob's Burgers.
Nice.
Another one you can watch with the children, unless you don't want to watch it with your children, because there are some good jokes that parents will get. But super good show, always fun. Many, many, many things to laugh at. Your turn.
That's how your kids develop such an awesome sense of humor, though, is from watching stuff like that. I'm just saying from firsthand experience.
Right,
That's how they
exactly.
get quick-witted and all that.
Right.
Okay, my number 8. So context of my list, my stuff's all over the place, and it's just stuff that I like, that I think is cool, that I think you should watch. As such, we're going to head over to the Disney Plus, and we're going to talk about Gargoyles, the 1990s animated series.
Nice.
Starring the fictional warriors. It's really cool because it does a thing that I like in shows where they have flashbacks of things taking place in modern time versus things that took place in medieval time. Great characters, great story. I mean, it's a 90s cartoon, so the action's a little hokey, but it's one of those that's a lot more adult than I realized watching it as a kid. So much so when you go back and watch it, it's actually awesome. An adult can totally watch it, and one of the best opening theme songs of any show ever. So, Gargoyles, number 8.
Nice. My next one, folks, is Peaky Blinders on Netflix. Peaky Blinders, I'm not sure how many seasons there's been, maybe 4 or maybe 5. But anyways, it's the rise of a low-level crime family made up of gypsies in England, and they start from the most low level and poor and rise to the most powerful crime family that there is. It's a period piece. I'm not sure what the years are that it happens, but it's old-timey. But it's really cool, really exciting, fun to watch. If you like gangster stuff, it's the thing to see.
That's a very specific range, old-timey.
Old-timey.
Old-timey, yes. Yeah, everybody knows old-timey.
Sure.
Kind of broad.
Yeah.
Hailstorm.
So my number 7, because 7 is higher than what? Number 9? The Office. Because
I'm noticing a trend here.
Yeah, I can rewatch The Office, and I have I've rewatched at least the first few seasons, probably minimum 3 times, probably more than that. But every time it's heartwarming, and I love it, and you can rewatch it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to jump over to DC Universe streaming app. I know not everybody has that, but we're going to go to arguably the greatest animated show series of all time, and that is Batman, the animated series. To many people of my generation, this is our definitive Batman. Kevin Conroy voicing the Dark Knights. You have Mark Hamill voicing the Clown Prince of Crime. You have some of the best, darkest storytelling you'll ever see in any kind of animation. Very, very hit the noir detective side of Batman. Every one of his rogues gallery is there. Some of the definitive stories, Mr. Freeze and Harley Quinn in particular, come to mind. Great, great, great show. Can't talk enough about that. Batman the Animated Series on DC universe.
Nice. My next one is The Last Kingdom. The Last Kingdom is about a kid kidnapped by Vikings from England and taken back to Viking land in Norway or wherever they live.
In old-timey.
In old-timey.
I just watched the trailer to this.
God, it's good.
Okay, it looks good.
The Last Kingdom is awesome. And then he comes back after having been raised as a Viking to England again. Boy, I'll tell you what. The fighting and drama ensues, folks. Watch it.
Nice. Hailstorms.
Number 6, Preacher.
Okay.
Only a couple seasons. Well, 3 or 4. Is
Four.
it 3 or 4?
Four.
4 seasons. 4 seasons, and that's it. But the 4th season, the last episode, ties it all up. So I feel like, whereas a lot of shows leave you hanging, this one didn't. And it's 4 seasons, so you can commit to watching the whole thing and have a nice little package at the end.
Mine's kind of the opposite of that. Daredevil. Marvel Netflix. So Daredevil might be the greatest superhero series of all time. Problem is, Daredevil comes with some baggage. Because you kind of can't just watch Daredevil. You kind of got to watch Jessica Jones. And you have to watch The Punisher and The Defenders. I mean, maybe Luke Cage. Skip Iron Fist, you're fine. But yeah, at the very least, give the first season of Daredevil a watch. If you like that, then you can look up the watch order, which I highly recommend you do if you're going to tackle all of them. Because if you just skip to Daredevil season 2 and 3, some shit's not going to make sense. Because it's like the Marvel movies where the other stuff happens in other character shows. But Daredevil itself might be the best standalone superhero series on TV. It's dark, it's gritty, endearing characters. The side characters are fucking fantastic. And one of the greatest antagonists of all time in Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk. Fucking fantastic. Yeah. Check out Daredevil.
All right, folks. My next one is Nightfall from Netflix. This is a period piece of when the Knights Templar were around. It's, in this one, the Knights Templar, they're trying to do what's right, what's good, virtuous. And spoiler alert, the Pope's not that great in there. He's kind of a bad guy. They have to fight. Okay, a whole lot of fighting. If you like sword fighting, there's going to be a lot of fighting in this. So they're fighting all over the place. Another fun fact, Luke Skywalker is training Jedi, a.k.a. Knights Templar in this. So he's an old grizzled trainer of Knights Templar. It's a good show. You ought to watch it. If you like swordplay and killing and fighting, you want to watch it.
Old grizzled Luke Skywalker training a younger generation. It's almost like the Star Wars movie I wish we had.
Oh, yeah. There you go. All right. Hailstorm, what you got?
That's beyond the scope of this little. That's segment.
A whole video. That's a whole video to make.
All right, so we are on number 5. What We Do in the Shadows on Hulu. A fish out of water story starring vampires from old timey, brought into current day and how they interact when they.
Are some of them from old timey, and then just some of them are from old timey, and then some are just from old timey? Is that what we're talking about?
What level of old-timiness?
There's multiple levels of old-timey.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they interact with, like, kids today. So it's actually a funny show. Again, probably not for little ones around, but super funny show.
Nice. My number, what are we, 6? 6, sure.
Yeah.
Back to the Netflix.
No, we're on 5.
We're on 5, bro.
5, back to the Netflix. Altered Carbon. Really, really awesome, like, series, kind of an original premise, but kind of borrows inspiration from other, sci-fi type tropes. Basically, in the show, it takes place in the future. I really wanted to say old-timey. I was really hoping to. But no,
it's in the new timey.
It's new timey.
New timey. So basically, if you have the money, you could switch bodies. You could switch skins, like, rich people switch cars. It's really awesome. It's a neat premise. Joel Kinnaman is the main star in the first season. Anthony Mackie in the second season. It is freaking awesome. You really can't say much without having to explain the entire thing, which could be very long-winded. Just know, if you like sci-fi, this is fantastic and up your alley. Altered Carbon, check it out.
Have you watched the second season yet?
Calm down.
Couldn't really get into it. I'm just saying.
Really? I have not started it.
Second season for me was not as good as the first.
Season 1's fantastic.
Still good.
Do you concur
still
that
good,
season
though.
1's first?
I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Okay,
my next one is on Netflix, Lock and Key.
Nice.
So Lock and Key, it's based on a comic book. It's basically this family, the Locke family. They have this old ancestral home where there's all kinds of magic keys that basically were formed from these demons that came out of this something or other, and they were turned to iron, which they formed into these keys. You plug keys in all over your head or indoors. You can transport from one place to any other place that you've ever been. You can put a key in that makes you a separate person, and you can walk through your mind and pick out memories and things that you've seen. You can go through this one door where you become a dead person that can, like, your body lays dead, but your spirit, like, flies all over the place. There's all kinds of crazy, awesome keys. It's a good show. Watch it.
Nice.
All right. Number 4, Letterkenny. Letterkenny is also on Hulu. Super funny show. Again, not for kids. But if dialogue is your thing, watch Letterkenny.
Nice. We are going to hop over to Hulu, I believe, and we're going to talk about Archer. Yeah, that's right. We're going to the Danger Zone. Archer is one of the funniest fucking cartoons you will ever see. It is a total play and spoof on, like, James Bond kind of, like, secret agent type thing. It is funny. Again, dialogue is amazing. It makes the show. The action's great. And it actually has, like, an overarching story from, like, season to season. Like, things are relevant that happen. The last couple seasons, I'll say they started trying to do something different, which credit to them. It didn't quite land for me. But, like, the first like 5-6 seasons of that show are gold and utterly quotable and fan-fucking-tastic. Check out Archer.
That's how you get ants.
You're not my supervisor.
So number 4 is Jack Ryan off of Amazon Prime. Jack Ryan. What? Were you going to say something to me there?
She said,
All right. Hailstorm is, not Hailstorm. Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan's different than Hailstorm. Jack Ryan is a guy, I think he was a Marine. He saw some real shit. He gets out. He's trying to make a whole nother another life path. I think he becomes like an analyst in the CIA or some kind of thing like that. Really smart guy. He gets dragged into some world changing events that happen. So it's like your Spy, Zero Dark 30, finding out what's going, confronting world evil. And there's 2 seasons of it, and it's awesome, and it's great. I put off seeing this for a long time till I got pressured by H. Dresden to watch it, and I'm glad I did. It's good stuff. Watch it.
Good enough. All right.
All right. Number 3. Anybody who sees this show knows that we're fans. Firefly. Firefly is currently on Hulu. There's only 1 season, but it's an amazing show, and it's worth watching, even though there's not any, like, wrapped up plot points or anything. It's so worth watching. And if you've never seen it, but you've heard people refer to it, it's the time. It's the time for you to watch it.
Yeah. No, for real. Watch Firefly. All right. Good job, Hailstorm. Hey, question for you. Is number 3 higher than number 4? Letterkenny. Yeah. We're going to talk about the Hulus. We're gonna watch the Letterkennys. To add to what Hailstorm said, yeah, the dialogue. Holy crap. They were pressuring me to watch this show forever. I resisted, and now it might be one of my favorite things. The show gets funnier as it goes on. The characters are freaking awesome, and yeah, seriously, if you want to laugh, watch it with subtitles on, though, for real, because like you won't hear what the fuck they're saying. Heavy accents, and they talk really fast, but Letterkenny, hilarious.
Heavy Canadian accents.
Heavy Canadians.
They're Canadians, eh?
Yeah.
Sort yourself out.
It's great.
All right, my next one is The Boys, Amazon Prime.
Nice.
That is your awesome type of a complete different turn on superheroes. Turns it on its head. It's kind of more of a dark kind of opposite of idealized picture at superheroes.
Is it a deconstruction of the superhero genre?
Exactly.
Gotcha, boo.
What they do is they show them as corrupt, maybe more like political or celebrity type figures who really don't care as much about saving people and doing good as they do about promoting themselves and their company and making money, becoming famous. So it's kind of a more realistic look at what most flawed human beings might have do if they ever had those powers. But it's a really good show. It has a hard R rating. It takes after the comic book. It's gritty and grimy and real.
And
watch
awesome.
it.
Yeah, watch it.
Number 2. Numero dos. All right. Arrested Development. First 3 seasons are the ones that you need to watch. Another show that I have watched over and over and over again. Love it. Starring, I can't remember her name, but she's the voice of the mom in Archer. The mom on Arrested
Judy.
No, Jessica, last name that I can't remember. And then, of course, H. John Benjamin, the voice of Archer, also the voice of Bob's Burgers. I said that, but it has nothing to do with Arrested Development, except for that my mind is racing with all these connections between the shows.
Jessica
Walter. But awesome show, very funny. Again, very quotable, lots of snarky, funny moments. You've seen Arrested Development, right?
Negative.
What?
Oh my God, what's wrong?
Gotta watch it. You've got to watch it. What else are you doing right now? Watch it.
Well, funny you should ask, because right now, under the current quarantine, I'm watching my number 2 show, which is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
What?
Yes,
Weird.
make your way to the Hulu. 7 seasons, more if you count the spinoff series Angel, which I guarantee you're going to want to watch after you get into this. Yes, a young lady in the high school years is chosen to be the Vampire Slayer. She fights the vampires, demons, and the forces of evil. What the fuck else could you want? Besides quippy dialogue, engaging characters, overarching storylines, yeah, Buffy has all of that. Check it out.
Nice. Hey, my number 2 is Kingdom, not to be confused with The Last Kingdom. This is Kingdom. If you like movies about struggles for people who are heirs to the throne and people trying to thwart people's rightful right to the throne with sword fighting and running, and then you want to throw zombies, scary zombies, the type of zombies that run at you full speed. There's a whole lot of running in this, a whole lot of fighting. You got a prince that's in line to be the king, who wants to do what's best for his people regardless. It's awesome. It's great. Watch it. What's your question?
Does this take place in the old-timey times?
Old-timey. This is a period piece in Korea. Right after the Japanese had invaded Korea. There's a big plot that involves why they brought the zombies in to fight the Japanese as a weapon. It's great. Watch it. Just watch it.
So I want to just say something real quick.
Watch it. What?
So running zombies, we could all agree, is terrifying.
Scary.
Horrible. That's my least favorite.
That's
Gnashing of teeth.
That's terrifying with guns. Like if
Yes.
we're talking fucking swords.
The zombies don't have swords.
No,
Everybody
but
else
all
has
I have
swords.
is a sword.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not dealing with that at all. I'm out.
Well,
No,
they have guns in this period piece,
Oh.
but it's those kind where you gotta. Yeah, that's not the kinds you want when the zombies are running.
That is gonna look terrible. By the way. All right, number 1, hailstorms.
So I think we can guess what my number 1 is. What do you think my number 1 is?
Random stab in the dark. The Tick.
The Tick.
Ah.
Which one?
Amazon Prime.
It's going no
because the old one, the Fox
no,
one's
it's-
only 1 season.
No, it's the old
The cartoon.
It's either the cartoon or it's the old live action. I'm gonna go cartoon.
Okay, cartoon.
We're going cartoon.
There we go. Boom.
Cartoon, for those of you who might be interested, which I think you should be, Cartoon is available on YouTube. So that you don't even have to have any
YouTube?
kind of
bootlegged?
Yeah, like YouTube. And it's not the crappy somebody filmed their TV.
It's a secret.
It's like actually well done.
Don't tell YouTube administration.
Yeah, don't turn it.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Don't do that.
Yeah, watch it first.
We don't support Hailstorm.
I do want to say that the Tick is it was when it was made, it was supposed to be like taking in all of the superhero stuff and like poking fun at it. So it's amazing and perfect in every way. That's all.
Nice. All right, my number 1 show to binge watch while on quarantine is. You have a guess?
I thought it was going to be Buffy.
Oh.
So then it's
The
going to be Firefly.
Mandalorian.
Nope.
Firefly?
Firefly. I will add also check out the movie Serenity because you do
No,
have
don't.
a little bit of closure at the end of it.
No,
but
don't.
yes, now's the time, people. Now is the Brown Coats Unites. Now is the time to check this show out, and you'll be a better person. You'll love it. Trust me, it's amazing. It is like Civil War freaking pirates on spaceships in space. It's freaking amazing. It's fantastic. Watch Firefly.
Do it.
Okay,
You're gonna hate me though because you're gonna cry.
Okay, folks. This show that I'm going to talk about, it's a Hulu. It's Mr. In Between, a story about a man named Ray, I think, Shoesmith. He is a kind of a jack of all trades if your trade is doing organized crime stuff. One of his jobs is being a doorman at this club owned by an organized crime figure. The other job he does is he kills people for hire. And so
Radically different.
it's very complex. He's not like this one-dimensional character that's just like some killer. He's the kind of guy who probably, if he could have chose his own way in life, he wouldn't be a killer. He doesn't really like doing it.
He has layers.
But there are times where there's people that need to be killed. I mean, bad people. If you watch this, you know exactly the people I'm talking about. And he knows they're going to be killed. Nobody else seems to be doing it, so he's going to do it. He's kind of a guy who has a conscience, but he can ignore his conscience. He has a daughter. He's divorced. He has a daughter. He has a brother who has a degenerative disease like ALS or multiple sclerosis or something like that that's painful, and he takes care of his brother. And funny enough, I think the court put him in anger management, so he sits in an anger management class, and he has to listen to everybody talk about how violence is never the answer. And sometimes after they're saying that to him about 20 times, he goes, but I think sometimes it is. And so it's a very good show. If you haven't watched it, it's one of my favorite things that I've watched more recently. And I really wish a whole bunch of people would watch it because I think you'd enjoy it. 2 seasons. And like I said before, the Kingdom has 2 seasons out. And also, nobody mentioned this. It was on my thing. Somebody's got to tell you, The Mandalorian. If you haven't watched The Mandalorian, I don't know what's taking you so long. It's really the best thing on Disney Plus.
Yo, what the hell, 11? Like, that wasn't that 10? You're actually number 1. That's an honorable mention?
No, that was number 1.
Was the in between? So Mandalorian's an honorable mention?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all done with our list.
Well, you just kept going. I thought there was
okay. That was
just
that
adding shit.
Mandalorian. I had three that I was gonna say if they weren't on everybody else's list, and that's the only one that wasn't said. But I was sure it was going to be on somebody else's list. That's why it wasn't on mine. Mandalorian. There you go.
If we're being honest, I was sure it was going to be on your list. That's why I didn't have it.
That's why I didn't say it too.
There you go.
So you're the one that let everybody down.
Okay, I let everybody down. Sorry, folks.
Honorable mention: Disney Plus X-Men the animated series.
So my honorable mentions were honorable mentions because they're not available to stream for free. They are available to stream for a very small cost, but I have Alias and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, kids. Well, those are, in our humble opinions, the best shows, the top shows that you should be streaming right now while you're stuck at home.
What do you mean It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia isn't available to stream for free? It's on Hulu.
Is it? Because
yes,
it
is.
Didn't show up as being on Hulu.
It's last time I checked, it was on Hulu.
Okay.
We will double check and let you know if it is indeed.
Just saying. I might be wrong, but I just swear I saw it.
We'll let you know if it's on Hulu or not. All right, closing thoughts, anybody?
No, this is a good list. Hey, thanks for having us. I hope we can help you out on some good things that you might want to choose to spend your time on your self-quarantine. Hey, good luck out there. Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe. And again, this is a viewer-requested video, so if you have any suggestions of things you want us to talk about, things you want us to review, throw it down in a comment. Doesn't matter if it's on the Instagrams, on the Facebooks, or on the YouTubes. Let us know, and we will try to make it happen for you. Right?
That's right, folks.
We'll break down the 6-foot rule just for you.
Exactly. And as always, thank you for joining us on this episode of the World's Greatest News and Reviews. If you've enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications.
Peace.